Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. The night passes, no more events happen, and you guys wake up in the middle of the summer. It is July 12th, year 1. You're in the woods near Hearthhome, and your goal has been completed. What are you going to do? You still have John with you. He wants to go home. He wants to see his family.
He's from Hearthhome, right? Or
John,
like from the village.
you can't go home. We've hired you on as a shepherd. You have to tend our pasture now.
What? I want to go home.
He's
just joking. Don't worry about it.
John, do you know how much money I spent on these sheep? You, like them, were an investment. I don't get grant funding from my university out here. Hegela does. She works back in the university. She gets money directly from them. You don't want me to lose my tenure to Hegela, do you? Do you, John? And I start to scrub my hand through his hair. You don't want that to happen, right, John?
No.
Of course not. Of course you don't want that to happen. So you need to come to our home and you need to work on setting up our pasture, right?
Okay. Okay.
See, you can take a lesson from Manfred. Manfred is an excellent TA.
He looks over to Manfred, who's there right now, and nods. Okay.
Good man, John. Good man. And I clap him on the shoulder and we get ready to go.
As Kale walks away from, I'll turn to him and say, "It's okay, John. We can pick up your family along the way." Give him a smile.
No, that's all right. I'll come willingly. I'll come. You don't need to involve them. It's fine. And party. Where to?
For the sake of McTacky, maybe we should circle around this way. Scout out the other side of the river.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah. Or wait, so you sure you don't want to like go back to Acropolis first and drop off our new sheep and give John some time to set up our new enterprise?
I was just saying instead of crossing the river where we crossed previously.
Oh, you want to cross the... Okay.
Also, I don't want to deal with whatever
exploration.
Stupid bridge shenanigans are there this time.
I mean, that's still inevitable, right?
Yeah.
Go far enough around, I'm sure that we can find a different bridge shenanigan to do. Surely it wouldn't be the same bridge shenanigans transported to the other side.
I think at this point I'd rather deal with a troll than some incompetent knights.
Yeah, if we try to go through Hearthhome and we have to deal with like a sudden toll just to get through the gates,
where'd our lights go?
People are gonna start dying.
Oh, what the hell happened?
It's all grayscale now.
Yeah.
We suddenly crossed over to the other side, guys.
Uh-oh.
They're like, we have new dynamic lighting. It's great.
Yeah, so I think, follow around the river. We'll head to Hearthhome, either drop John off or not drop him off, but head back to Acropolis and drop off the sheep. And then maybe we can find something to do along the way. Maybe somebody else has got something they want to find out.
Wait,
Or-
did you want to leave the sheep in Acropolis or at our house?
I think we're keeping them. Kale.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
not keeping them. We're gonna set them up outside our home, right? Like,
Okay.
there's room to set up a pasture there.
All right, yeah, sure.
Do we have a long-term plan?
Not yet.
We had this werewolf thing going, but that seems to be taken care of, and I'm sure will definitely not come back to haunt us.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be fine.
I guess there were those Crusaders of John or whatever, Crusaders of the farmer whatevers, who were coming to avenge the halfling.
We just keep building a bigger and bigger list of
Cleric
clerics
of
that need to kill
Velthara.
Abaddon.
Yeah, those were two different groups.
Oh, they were
The
two
John
different.
ones were the ones hunting down the werewolves.
Oh,
The
okay.
So
ones
now the
hunting
John
down
ones are gonna join the
the
Astaire
werewolf.
ones, and we're all gonna get
alright.
in.
We never did find like remnants of the Crusaders of John in all of our weeks of wandering the forest, did we?
No.
No.
So we could maybe find them if we're looking for a goal. Like maybe wipe out the rest of the werewolves while we're at it.
Yeah, if we find any more, we can kill them.
Do we want to? I feel like I was suggesting it last time, and everyone looked at me like I was a horrible
I
genocidal
have nothing
monster.
against the werewolves. They can keep being out here if they want to be out here.
True. It's not their fault.
I mean, do we know there are more werewolves?
We know there are like werewolf women and werewolf babies.
I suddenly feel a kinship with them. Perhaps we should leave them be.
I can't explain it, but
yeah, I mean, if the party is Neal, you keep changing the scene every 2 seconds.
Because the fucking lighting isn't working. Every time I move you guys, the lighting goes away, and I'm trying to fix the stupid problem, but it's not fixing.
Oh, it's working. What if you let me move
it's
myself?
still grayscale for me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
damn.
grayscale
It
for
worked
me.
for a couple moves, and then
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we had this kind of way.
Okay.
Do our characters have vision?
oh,
Sorry.
You
we
mean
need
like
to
your
nominate
tokens?
a party leader, and no one else gets to move the token.
I will lead the party. I will be the first.
Oh God,
on this.
no, absolutely not. Abaddon does not get to lead the party.
Well, if he doesn't lead the party, how are we going to get any quests? none of the rest of us can piss off enough NPCs to.
No, that's fine. I'm cool with this being the game where like all of Abaddon's shit keeps coming back to haunt us, and the leader keeps going like, Abaddon, if you don't cut this out, I'm gonna cut you out of the group, and then we just never do.
Well, look, I mean, if somebody wants to fill the void, sure. We're all standing around talking. I will start to walk out of the woods, and you can follow along. I'll let you do the talking, Kale, when we get stopped by someone.
Okay, here we go. I think it's finally working now.
Oh yeah.
Our tokens do not have vision. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
So round the ridge you go. All right, and it is a peaceful couple of days as you come round the rivers and head on over here. You get to about this far before you have to rest. You can see the smoke rising from Acropolis in the distance, just normal chimney smoke,
mean
not
hearth
like
home?
hearth home, yes, not raging fires and infernos.
Sure.
There are some nearby villages that you pass. You could try to stay in one of them for the night, or you could camp out in the woods, but you are roughly in civilization now.
Say we avoid Hearthhome if at all possible, unless there's something in there that particularly interests you.
Yeah, if we see like a crossing at any point along here or here, then that'd probably be a better one of these hexes might be better than going through Hearthhome.
Mm-hmm.
If we find a bridge that's being guarded by some shabbily dressed mercenaries who try to exact a toll that we can just walk around, might be better.
Is there a way around Hearthhome without going through?
You're going to have to
shenanigans
cross a major river, so you're going to need to cross a bridge. And the question is going to be where, is it going to be a toll bridge, or is it going to just be a regular bridge, or are you going to have to improvise some sort of like float with all the sheep?
Let's just go through the city. It was easy last time. Let's not argue
I'll have
about this
all
for
of
half
my
an hour.
weapons on the horse. Mm-hmm. My armor too, apparently.
You arrive at the gates of the city and see something a little bit different. There are the same guards that you would have seen before, but now standing next to them are two hulking forms drabbed in black clothing that stretches all the way down to the ground, obscuring all of their features.
By hulking,
I mean like
6
a
feet,
pair
8
of
feet?
9 feet tall
Whoa.
things
Ogres.
shrouded in black.
Ogres?
They look like ogres to me.
They're about the right size, about the right build. But
How far off have we noticed this?
probably as you're walking on the bridge, getting towards them, at first it was just like weird blobs. You're chatting with each other, and then you get a little bit closer, and someone realizes that one of these blobs is vaguely humanoid shaped, and you pause, you're like, oh my god, those are like ogre sized. And I think you're not quite on the bridge.
Varasi's minions have infiltrated our cities.
Isn't much of an infiltration.
We say we kill them.
Maybe they're from one of the clans that I parlayed with.
Shall we arm and armor? I think at this point I had preemptively removed all my weapons and armor in anticipation of Neal's bridge shenanigans. But at this point, there are enemies at the gates.
There are.
I think
So
I'm
I think
always
the
armed
party
and
is
armored.
stopped like at the far side of the bridge, and we're like, "Whoa, what are those?"
Yeah, you guys are stopping.
Discussion.
examining this. One of the peasants nearby passes you on the way into town, and as he can overhear part of your conversation and says, "Oh, well, they've taken over the city now, don't you know?"
Oh,
that settles it. Prepare for war.
Whoa, hold on there, buddy. What are you doing?
Receive.
Says
We're here to liberate you.
Complain enough about Neal's city guards, and he will give us a reason to kill them all.
The peasant starts to back away from you guys, not wanting to get involved in whatever scuffle is about to happen.
So I think
sure?
I will lead my horse away.
Are they ogres, peasant boy? Like, what are we fighting exactly?
Well, he's taken over the town.
Who? Be more specific.
Junimo the Necromancer.
Oh, see, not ogres. Can't be bad.
Oh, Neal. Oh my
sorry,
god.
Neal. I hate to do this to you, but did you say Junimo the Necromancer?
He said Junimo the Necromancer.
Who's Junimo? Did he get tricked? Is this
They are tiny creatures in Stardew Valley that are really cute.
Neal.
God damn.
I was hoping I could just slip that in and no one would notice.
No.
Really?
Well, so I think Izuo is going to slip a little ways away from the city and get geared up to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
So you guys can back away. I take it you want to get far enough that the people on the bridge can't see you?
Yeah,
Put
like
on your-
5 minutes. If there's a bend or a hill or something, we can go behind to get our armor on in peace.
John bravely volunteers to stay behind with the sheep while you guys assault the city. He swears up and down that he'll stay right here in this hiding spot.
We know where you live, John, so I certainly hope so.
He's gonna stay now.
All right. So, as Iswell and the rest of the party go to arm themselves, I will crouch down and start to mumble to myself and try and test out this new form of mine.
You shift. You become half man, half wolf.
And my items, what happens to them now?
You're about the same size, so you're just wearing your clothes and your armor and everything. Maybe you might grow a little bit. So if you wear tight clothes, they'll probably shred on you.
So chainmail's probably fine, but like plate mail
Chainmail's
probably
fine.
wouldn't be.
Plate mail wouldn't be. Your belt is probably, you have to keep it like super loose. Otherwise, when you grow slightly, your gut is getting squeezed. But other than that, it's workable.
All right, great. I mean, I could probably use my flail in this form.
Yeah, you can use weapons in your hybrid form.
How are we gonna do? I mean, I sort of mentioned to you. Do you think there's something to be said for maybe having fighter Thaco in this form?
If you want to have fighter Thaco in this form, I think you lose your ability to cast spells in this form. And I'm comfortable with that if you are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is he immune to all but silver?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, I'm assuming that these are zombies. That's the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Peasant boy, is he still around? Do you like the necromancers?
God, no. By all the gods, he's a monster.
Okay, so generally very bad, no good people. Would like to see them dead?
Absolutely. He showed up at the city a few
excellent.
days ago. A small contingent of people dressed just like those big guys out there walked up to the gates. Guards started to stop him. He reached out with some sort of like short sword or some sort of blade made out of bone, and the guard just withered before him, crumpled into like a hulk, like a prune or like a grape. Just all the juice sucked right out of him. When the other guards tried to do something, those big ogre zombies stepped up and crushed their heads. You wouldn't believe it, but
That
one
does sound
man.
like a good time.
Hold
All
on.
right.
How many ogres did he bring? Ogre zombies.
I think
Ogres.
there's only the 6 ogre zombies, but there were 40 or 50 smaller ones.
Okay. And presumably most of the guards still human? They're kept in human living condition.
Well, yeah. I mean, what were they going to do? It was surrender. It was a join or die. So
Okay. And
They
how
just
many
switched.
peasants are there? Or how many farmers in the outlying villages and fields?
how could anyone know that?
Few hundred, few thousand, Rough ballpark.
Each village has got a few hundred. A lot of villages.
Do you know how big the guard is for the city?
I don't know. What the fuck are you asking me this shit for?
Well,
look,
okay,
I have
so
one job. I take wheat and I turn it into grain, okay? I'm not some sort of fucking demographic, cartographer, statistician dude, all right? I don't...
Okay, so what I'm
Don't
asking
worry
here
too
is...
much about the professor. He gets under everyone's skin. You've
Did
done
you
wonderful.
did you not consider going to those villages and raising up a peasant rebellion and storming the city with thousands of peasants who were going to overwhelm the 40 skeleton guards?
Yeah, and which one of
Necromancers
those
are scary, but necromancers can't defeat a few thousand angry farmers.
Well, why don't you do that? I like my head right where it is. I like my juices inside my body. I just got into this world like a few months ago. I'm not looking to leave.
All right.
Tell me more about your juices.
I begin to walk up to the bridge.
Yeah, by now, Izual is armed, and we approach the bridge.
As you come across it, one of the guards calls out at you, "Whoa there, travelers! Disarm and disarmor yourself before you enter the city."
Pick a side, human. We're here to liberate this town. And I step forward towards these ogres.
You step forward towards the ogres. The guards draw their weapons and step back across the bridge. But as you approach with weapons drawn, the large forms move in your direction.
So they're on a bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
How wide is this bridge?
It's wide enough for a single cart at a time. So it's probably 10 feet.
10 feet, okay. And these are like huge creatures, right? So I imagine they're taking up most of the width of the bridge just by standing side by side.
Correct.
Okay.
Neal has given us no other alternatives, so I believe we can turn undead. So,
You're a cleric, and you can roll high enough on your turn undead check. I don't see why that wouldn't work.
yeah. So I guess that's how. Well, are they crossing the bridge?
No, they've just stepped forward in like a threatening motion.
I want to roll initiative, Neal. I'm going to attack them.
Yes, I'm making us a map.
All right, cool.
Maybe the bridge is actually 15 feet wide now that I'm looking at the map, because my map has a 15-foot wide bridge. And it's longer than what you're about to see, but, you know, assets are assets, so here we go. Abaddon, Izual, June, Kale, not June, go away, June, Raekwon.
June pops up out of the water. Hey, guys.
Is this me?
Yeah, but I'm trying to resize them. Sorry. There we go.
I've put this little symbol, Neal, to show that I'm in werewolf form.
Thank you.
Nyx has like a legit token of Nyx. like that's impressive.
Yeah, that is good.
We got pretty
who
lucky.
Knew green cloak wearing like goat skull was a base option in token land.
Right. And over here on the other side of the battlefield, we have a pair of ogre zombies who must be about yay big. The other guards are not going to put on the map, but have fled behind the ogre zombies to let them deal with this problem on their own.
Question: when mounted with a lance, can you wear a shield and use the lance like one-handed or something?
Totally.
Is that a thing?
If you're on a horse, then yes, because then you can.
Yeah.
There's a way to balance it. I don't know if you need like a special attachment to your saddle or not. I've only watched The Knight's Tale so many times. Still not exact
you
on.
could probably just crook it under your arm, right?
I think so.
Right, you use your armpit to counterbalance the long spear.
Sure, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, okay. Leo.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, Neal. Can I just ask you a question about my weapon? Do you have notes on that?
A few? What do you need?
I've got it written down that it's 1 at first, 2 at fourth, 3 at seventh, and I'm trying to work out is that just to
1
the
at fourth, 2
effect? Okay. Is it
Oh,
1
the
at
magic
fourth?
ability. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Is that just the plus bonus, or is that the like the minus AC or the minus saves, or is that both? Like, is it now a +2 weapon that does 2
No.
to AC or 2 to
As you
saves?
level, the effect will go up, but the
It just
innate
stays
magic of the
+1.
weapon is still +1. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's roll that initiative. We got Izuel. Anyone else making some initiative rolls?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
I'm
what is the. Oh my god, we have a map. Fuck!
Is there an
What
initiative?
is this
Where have you
luxury?
been? Where have you been? Had a
There
map
an
for
initiative button by
minutes.
chance?
I've been looking at low.
There is an initiative button. If you've filled out your character sheet, you can also roll initiative from like the combat tab.
Where's the button?
Upper left-hand corner. Or if
Depending
click
on
your
what you want to
token.
do.
Hi, buddy. What's going on?
Top left next to like the arrow and stuff.
Oh, I have to
And then
click
you can
it.
type it in manually.
Yeah, got it.
Fine.
Let's see here. There we go.
Does it look like the guards are coming in behind them, or are they just like backing off entirely?
They've just backed off to watch. They're gonna let the
Nice.
ogres tank the damage. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing a Nyx.
Me.
Oh.
I can't find the button, guys.
If you click your token, it'll be in the upper left.
Yeah, I
token
didn't
must-
want to pick the token. Though.
Well,
Hey,
I'm
have you
sorry.
made changes to my character sheet? I've got a new button that says Battle Fate. Is this for the mace?
I have added a Battle Fate button, and if you click it, it'll just tell you what benefit you get.
Okay, and this can be used both for the spell Battle Fate and for the mace.
Yes, because it's just the small table.
And I've written the notes that it's the weapon changes each round, or is it each time I hit, it does a different thing?
Each round. So I think if you hit someone twice on the same round, it's the same effect.
Okay, so it's doing negative AC this turn.
Right.
So, Abaddon calls out to the guards to choose a side. Oh wait,
Yeah.
looks like Nyx.
Nyx does go first.
Yeah. Walking up a little bit.
You had throw a dagger at
Is
an
that-
ogre.
Is that short range enough? 75 feet? Yeah, should be.
No, 30 feet. I think
What
is
is it,
short
30?
range.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's 10, 20, 30 yards. Perfect. Nyx comes across the bridge. First one, dagger returning in hand, and hurls it at an ogre. No, actually, 10 is going to hit this ogre AC.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's
Zombies.
They have
Oh,
very
God.
low AC. Right, you hit it for 6. The dagger sinks into the ogre's body, vanishes from it, and reappears in your hand. Izuul.
Right. Much less traumatic to be charging across the bridge second, but mask
Sorry
over
for stealing the
their
thunder.
face. That's fine. I rolled as best as I could. I charge across the bridge, mounted charge, lance down, careening with this front ogre.
Damn.
+1 for charge.
Plus
+2
2 for charge.
And I'll just start spamming D4s. Does that clear by 10? It's a crit. It's a charge. Is it like 8 times damage dice?
Jesus Christ. Hold on, I haven't even seen the roll yet.
Doesn't matter.
20,
It's a 23.
Oh my god, yeah, so it's
Natural 19.
so it's
it's
3
6
times
times. So
damage
there's by
dice, 6
10,
times,
so-
yeah.
But Lance normally does double on a charge.
Right,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
should
so it's
be
6.
4
44
double
times.
times 3. Yeah, so it should be 6 times damage dice.
You've
so
actually rolled the right amount.
Did I?
11, 17,
Impressive.
22, 26,
2d4 is the
24.
natural damage,
5,
so if it does
6,
double
yeah.
on a charge, then
It's
it'd be 44
44
natural.
So it should be 12d4, right?
Yep,
12d4.
which I think is exactly what you rolled.
I meant to do
And
that.
you will
So it's
score
11,
a
17,
28. Your
22,
lance
Yeah, 28.
plunges through the ogre's body, shattering the poor. Whoops, that's not right. Shattering the poor
Cool.
creature.
Are you
cool.
serious?
No, my numbers are getting messed up. It's supposed to be minus 28, not set to 28.
Okay.
There we go. That's minus 28.
All right, and I would like to like careen over the ogre, compelling the horse to charge. Do I need to maybe make a?
Yeah, the horse is going to make itself an overrun as it tries to trample the ogre.
Yeah.
However,
I
the
think-
ogre is 9 feet tall, so I don't know if the horse's overrun is actually going to run over a
How
9
about just a
foot tall
kick in the
ogre.
face?
Yeah. I think the ogre gets a save. Because the impact of your lance is going to drive it back, even if it's, you know, a big creature. That's a lot
Oh,
of
that much,
impact.
it seems like it would knock it down even.
It might. I think it gets a saving throw. Saving throw versus paralyzation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, these ogres are going to have like 20 strength or something crazy.
Yeah.
Normally ogres have 16,
No, usually
17,
they have 18 dash 1.
something. 18
18 dash 100, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's wrong.
Yeah, not 60. It's okay, something like that.
But zombies usually have like 18 strength as well, so they get plus 6 to damage. So,
Okay, I think that's 18-100.
Yeah.
But zombies are also 18-100. It'd seem, I mean, I guess custom monster.
All right, so your horse will slam into the ogre. Go ahead and make me some horse kick attacks. It's
Yeah, so we're not going to do an overrun. We're just going to do horse kick.
no, I rolled the save, and the ogre
Right.
passes. Yeah.
So D20 plus
3.
1, plus 3.
Yeah, this is a light horse, right?
Oh!
The crits, and there's probably plus 2 for a charge on that. That's
Yep.
also
So it's a 24,
3
which
times damage. Is that 3d4
Yep.
or 3d2?
3d6.
D6 is.
No, I think you just have a riding horse, so 3d4.
Yeah, I don't think war horses exist. You said right.
Not yet.
Wait, Easewall had that horse when they were created, right? If they were like,
No, I got this on my
okay, yeah.
my quest. I mean, they are kind. I mean, if there are war horses, I feel like these like step horses would be them. But
Right now, you just have a regular riding horse. It does, D2 damage.
ouch.
Yeah. The better horses do higher damage, though.
3 ones.
Right. The ogre has been impaled, has been kicked, and before it can reprise or retaliate, Abaddon will take its turn.
All
Horses
right.
don't get 2 attacks, do they? 1 with each hoof.
They do get 2 attacks.
All right.
Second attack.
Riding
Yeah.
horses get 2 attacks. Wild horses only get 1.
Natural 1. My horse falls down on the ogre.
One leg comes off, the other gets like stuck inside the ogre.
Yeah, I think like you just collide into the ogre and it's a mess. The horse kicks him and kind of gets toppled to the side. I'll probably make you make a riding check at the end of round, but for now it's fine. Abaddon?
All right, I charge. I can charge 90 feet, right?
No problem.
Plus
You
2
run
to
on it.
hit.
Is he in
So
wolf
I'm-
form? Of course he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm fighting as a fighter, a level 4 fighter, so it usually would be plus 3 and then plus 2 for charge, so d20 plus 5. 23.
Another
God.
crit.
Another triple crit.
Another
yeah.
3 times damage dice.
What do flails do against large? It's good, isn't it?
Are we doing that?
Yeah.
Can I
think so.
re-roll my lance charge with like d6s or whatever?
Are
No.
we doing that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe are we not?
No,
Sorry.
I
no.
mean-
Neal
just
got
using the
rid of it
modified.
for a long time.
Yeah, I think
Would
we're using a
be-
modified single damage weapon system.
Okay. 11 damage.
11 damage. It's quite a bit of damage on the ogre before you, but it still stands. Go ahead and roll your battle fate.
Oh, it was AC.
Okay, it gets a save, which is a fail, and has a penalty to AC.
Of 2.
Okay. I am Raekwon.
So I seen my party charge in and like all but eviscerate an ogre. So I kind of put my blowgun back in my belt and pull out my loot. And I can't, by rule, do this with people in battle, but the guards are specifically not in battle. So I begin strumming the lute and beginning to rally the guards to, steal their resolve and fight back. And so I'll change my action to the end of the round as I've stopped blowgunning.
Okay, Kale.
Let's see. These ogres are like 9 feet tall, right? So not too big an issue on height. Yeah, I'm just gonna sling from back here then.
Not a problem. You can sling over Abaddon's head to strike that ogre without any problem.
I figure I can't get this one because he's a little too tall on horseback. But yeah, I can probably hit this one. Okay. Good old flat D20. That hits.
That.
According to our AC 10 ogre hypothesis.
Yeah. That's weird.
Huh?
What's weird?
The format of that roll. Okay, no, it's fine. It's oddly gray for some reason. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it just kind of had like no.
It's fine. You hit.
Yep.
It's still 16.
What is sling damage again? I always forget sling bullet.
D4 for a bullet,
I think it's
right?
D6 for a bullet.
I think it's D6 for a bullet,
versus
D4
large.
for a foam.
Okay.
D6 versus large, which I feel like we should still keep. I feel like it should D20 versus large. David and Goliath shit.
Bullets do D6.
Bullets do D6. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was D6 or D6 plus 1.
Is it D6 across the board or just D6 versus large?
Using the modified weapon system, it's D6. Yeah,
that's right. You have your own
or. All right. The ogres have taken many a blow, and it is their turn to retaliate, starting with the southern one, who hefts its mighty club. And will swing it down on Izul.
And it club from, like, are we wrestling with this ogre, or are we just saying we collided with it?
I think you're colliding with it. Your horse reared up. It kicked once. The ogre is trying to bash you from the side.
We'll see how it rolls. Going for me or the horse?
For you, it will roll
Smart
a modified 20.
Ouch. That will hit. It won't crit.
Okay. We will do a... It'll crack you for 10 points of damage with its club.
Jesus.
Jen, and the second ogre will take a swing at Abaddon with a modified 16.
Good luck, dumbass.
Whoosh. Smashing against your
misses,
shield, sending you back a step or so before you re-engage with the creature. Nyx, you moved, so you don't get a second dagger throw, and I think that's the round.
The end of the round, my turn goes.
Wait, sorry. I've got -1 AC because I charged.
Ooh, is the 16 a hit?
I don't know why I'm blanking on this, but you need to meet AC to hit or beat it?
Meet.
Yeah, some AC would be.
Didn't your battle fate roll AC, or was that just the enemies?
That's minus AC to them.
I thought it was AC bonus.
That's the spell battle fate. This is from the mace.
Oh, I see.
Flail. So that would have hit Neal.
But
Excellent.
he's immune to non-silver weapons, right?
I am, yeah.
Although actually ogres might have enough hit die that they can
No,
punch
that's
right
not how
through.
it works.
That is
When
totally
monsters
how it
have a
works.
high enough AC or high enough hit dice, they are counted as magical weapons for the purpose of overcoming magic resistance.
Not true.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Absolutely
You will
untrue.
take 8 damage, and now I have to look that table up.
Yes, please.
Ogre
only has 4 hit die.
I think they have more than 4, and I think ogres just make the cutoff for +1. Or something.
No,
These are
they need-
zombie ogres. These are different
yeah.
creatures.
Zogres.
Zogre. They have a lot of hit
Zogres.
dice.
Zogres.
have a question on that table, just while you're looking it up, something to think about. That counts for like natural weapons, right? Like a dragon's claw. But if a Zogre wields a club, does it count for a non-natural weapon?
See, that's an interesting question because I don't really understand. I think I understand the concept is that they want they don't want like something that needs a magic weapon to be hit to just dominate the land. That certain things should be able to hit those. But I don't know if that is specifically an innate ability, or if that's just like the size of their creature and their power allows that to happen across the board.
I mean, they want like giants to be able to fight werewolves.
Yeah, like one werewolf shouldn't be able to kill a giant. But can the giant does the giant have to step on the werewolf?
My point would be the giant would just backhand the werewolf and it would melt. But like...
All right. So I found the table, Neal. It is 4+1 or more hits creatures requiring a +1. So even the base ogre hit die would cover that. I guess the argument now is whether it has to use its hands versus using a club.
Read the section. I mean, maybe it just says natural weapons or something. What table is that?
48.
In the DMG, right?
Yes.
8, 6, 7, 48. Here we go. In the case of monsters, sufficient hit dice enables them to attack immune creatures as if they were attacking with magic weapons. These hit dice equivalents apply only to monsters. Player characters and NPCs cannot benefit from this.
Is that all it says?
Yep.
It doesn't say anything about magic
Doesn't say what hit die?
It says what hit die.
Well, there's
it
a
doesn't
table
say,
for it.
It doesn't say whether or not it applies to club or if it has to use its natural weapons. But I feel like it...
Which chapter is this on, Neal?
Chapter 9, combat.
And then which section?
I don't know.
Special
Right after
attacks?
turning undead.
I mean, you're the
immunity
DM.
to
Just
weapons,
make a call. I think it seems pretty clear that it's meant to...
That it's meant to what?
For whatever reason,
Meant
I
to
thought
cure
it
spell
specifically called out natural weapons, but I guess it doesn't, so...
I don't have a strong preference on this way. I can go either way depending on what you guys think is a good interpretation of the rules. Ryan, you seem to have a strong opinion.
No, I was just like, let's keep things moving and make a call.
Yeah, let's do it then.
I mean,
Then it will crush
we're in
you
gray
for-
area already, right? Like, it's OP for a player character to be immune to non-magical weapons.
Yeah, it'll crush you for 8 points of damage going through the immunity
It
resistance.
spreads across Abaddon's face.
Not like this.
Excellent. Initiative time.
So, question. I'm going to be inspiring the guards here.
Right.
It technically takes 3 rounds by the rules. Do you want me to just like be playing for 3 rounds during this combat, or how do you want to mess around with that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I want the guards to witness the combat and then be influenced by your singing and your music, and then they'll make a check based on with modifiers, and we'll see how it plays out.
Cool. Seems good.
This goes at 9. Isabel goes at 10.
Way later than it actually
sorry.
should add my weapon speed to that, so I go at like 18.
Okay, love it. Abby?
What, are we rolling initiative?
Yes. Love it. Kale?
Is it a round action to shift, I assume, like polymorph?
Yes.
I
I think for regular werewolves, they might be able to shift a little bit more smoothly, but since you are a brand new, thing, it'll probably take you a little longer
invest some
to
weapon
adjust.
proficiencies in werewolf.
That's a great idea.
I only told you about the -1 AC because I thought I couldn't take any damage. And now look.
I appreciate it.
Oh,
Don't worry, you'll be able to take the guards without any problems.
Yeah, that's good.
The guards that Greg's about to win to our side.
Good.
Is that everyone? Yes, I think that's everyone. Let's start it off with Nyx again. Always so fast.
another dagger. On the one that's more hurt.
This one over here. Yeah, I think you can probably get an angle, and that is another crit.
Does it crit?
You clear by more than 10 because they actually have like 6 AC because they are huge and slow with no regard for their own safety.
Okay, so double damage, right?
Triple.
Triple.
Oh,
Actually, isn't that quadruple? Because
There is
that
no
would
quadruple.
clear-
No,
if it was
we-
6, that would clear by 15.
14.
And that will do it. Your ogre sticks in the dagger's brain, and the dagger falls over, dead.
Wow, Nick's
Rip
through
that
an
dagger.
ogre. Hot damn.
You thought it was a dagger, but it was an ogre all along.
Abaddon.
Question. Werewolves have 14 AC, but I'm a werewolf in armor, so does that give me a bonus to my AC, or am I just sticking with
Nope.
it?
You have AC 10 plus armor. We're not going to give you a
If you
werewolf
took your
stat
armor
block.
off, you might get AC 14. But your armor is better than the right.
Yeah.
Neal, I want to do I can't remember the name of it, parry defense action.
Sure, no problem. You will defend yourself in place. Raekwon.
You could also withdraw.
I could withdraw, but to behind who? The wizard?
Me? What do you mean?
I mean, you're
Go
on
hide
just as
behind
low
the woods
HP as I am.
witch.
How much health have you got left?
Barely more than you, but
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see his HP.
But the ogre would have to provoke OAs, I think, to get close enough to me. I think it could only attack my horse.
Don't know a lot.
Anyways,
Raekwon continues to sing. The southern ogre is dead. Leaves initiative order. Kale, take your turn.
And do another sling bullet.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Hits the ogre. AC 6.
For one more point of damage.
Nailed it.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Perfect. That's all we needed.
You BB gun him.
The ogre will take another swing at Abaddon.
What does this defense action give me? Is it plus 4 AC?
Parry gives you 1 plus a third your level, or 1 plus half your level, depending on your class.
werewolf
Wow.
counts as a fighter for combat.
Yeah, he's
So-
using fighter Thaco, so he should use.
So 3 AC, so I'm on 20 AC.
Okay. It's a 19 to hit. 15 and 4. As a crushing blow down on top of you. You can bring your shield up and just like get squished under the weight of it between it and the bridge as it brings it up and down over and over on you. While Izuul...
Wait. Do I recover 1 HP?
No.
Okay.
All right. So I thought we were going to get to test out my new Holy Smite spell in like one of the best possible cases, but Nyx once again stole my thunder and killed off the other ogre. So the AOE is not necessary, is not effective. But I'm making an attack, a holy attack. My my spear glows with holy light. There may be a +1 on top of. Oh wait, there's not a. That should be 1 less than that. I forgot to take off the charge. So it's like 12, which is a hit.
Easy peasy. You skewer
And
the
this is
ogre with your
holy
holy
damage. Because they are undead, they should take double.
Yes.
And it bursts out in like a 5-foot AoE. So this would ricochet through the other ogre if it were still alive, but it doesn't matter.
Unfortunately.
Would you like me to roll extra dice or do double damage?
One extra holy damage is dealt even on a miss. What's the extra damage for?
Let's see.
What's
Due
the
to the
extra
divine
dice
nature
for
of this
again?
attack. I can't read my description. Come on, roll 20.
Do the divine
Do you
nature of
hit
this
Abaddon
attack,
with this?
undead,
Undead
both
demons,
other
yeah.
creatures,
May suffer-
drastically opposite to the cleric's ethos, may suffer double damage.
Okay, yeah. So just roll double
it's like-
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's always fun
then
to roll dice.
Maybe doubling the extra
But
holy
that
damage?
can't.
I don't know.
That can't deal friendly fire, does it?
It's a
No.
5-foot arc, so he can
it
aim
probably
himself.
would do friendly fire, but but it's like a
Yeah, but I think you can position yourself so that
yeah, it's like
Abaddon's
I
not in
stab
the
out
arc.
with
Right. No, it's just good to
something
keep it
like
in
that.
mind for later.
11 points of damage will almost, but not quite kill the
With one
creature.
more. We could argue that the +1 is
Yeah, I'll
also
give you the extra
doubled.
one more. That makes sense, but it still doesn't kill it.
Horse. Can I roll a horse? Oh, I needed to roll a horse riding check.
Oh, right.
last
Give me a
round.
horseback riding
Let's
check
see.
right now to see if you can urge your horse into combat, because it's not, a trained war horse. It's used to getting around. And I think
no.
at this point in this round, there's just
I
too
think-
much death. There's too much blood.
This ogre died. Maybe the horse gets tangled up in ogre. I actually can't control the horse. But
Yes, unfortunately. Okay. The horse, you fail your check. The horse is going to bolt. You can fall off, I suppose, or you can decide if you want to stay on or jump off as the horse bolts over the ogre body and into town.
Into the town?
Yeah.
I will dismount. Do I make another horse riding check to safely dismount, or is it?
Do you have you have a horseback riding proficiency? Yeah.
I do now. Yeah.
That's fine then. You can just hop off.
Okay.
And the horse will run into town, leaving us with Nyx and her second attack.
I mean, the gates are closed, right? It runs like a few feet forward and then gets stopped by the guards or something.
No, the guards just fell back to watch what was going on. They didn't actually shut the gates. Nyx kills the ogre. They're just a little like, what the fuck is happening here?
And they're also like halfway through being awesomely enchanted and inspired by my amazing singing.
Yeah. Nyx low-key MVP of the battle.
As usual.
Right. Well, no one was noticing. She quietly the wizard quietly daggers all the enemies into submission.
Hey, dagger is the best spell at low levels.
The most subtle thunder stealing of all times.
The ogres die. The knights behind them, guards really, watch, not quite certain. What are the lyrics or the musicality coming over the players' heads towards the guards like, Rick One?
Right. I took some time to put this together. They hear, "Come on, guards, we gotta save your town, so come and help us out. The necromancer and his ogre gang is about to have their time run out. Are you ready? Are you resolved to stand on your own 2 feet? Grab your swords, man, and follow me! Stab to the sound of the beat!"
Oh.
Oh my god. Greg, stealing the goddamn show.
How was it taking 5 years to find this out, Greg? I've been singing this whole time.
I've always played bards, but like they're impossible to play in 2E. You have to roll a 17 and 2 like 13s. Like it's tough.
Yeah. You're gonna have to sing a little bit worse, or when you get DMCA'd here.
No one's gonna mistake me for Freddie Mercury. I promise.
I think this falls under parody. Fair use.
Yeah, fair use.
Right?
Absolutely. The
Yes, but you
ogres.
have to.
Go ahead.
What do you have to do? You don't need permission.
You have to assertively defend fair use in court. It's not like a thing.
Sure, but yeah, okay. I mean,
I mean, Sean would know. So if you have any questions, ask him
but to
after
get
the session.
the record company would have to sue to get to that point.
No,
Yeah,
they only have to issue a copyright strike, and then you have to like assertively defend your position. Like if it goes to court, it's because you sued for it.
Yeah. Only because Twitch is in the pockets of Warner Bros. And Capital, I don't know, whatever big media.
Big media. Absolutely. The ogres are dead. The guards hear the singing of the song, and their weapons are already drawn. One of them grabs your horse as it tries to run past Azul and brings it back to you. And they say to you, "Thank God, Junimo's a monster. He's taken over the whole town. He's enforcing his own will. We didn't know what to do."
Well, now you do. Come on.
Where to? What's the plan?
Where are the guards' barracks? Are there more of you that we can convince to come with us?
Maybe? I don't know. Junimo came in. He killed a bunch of people right away. Everyone's terrified of him. One man, so strong.
Here. There's too many for 4 even wildly experienced adventurers to kill on their own, but we can take care of the necromancer if you can round up a squad that can fight the grunts.
Okay. They pause for a moment, talk amongst themselves, discuss the location of the barracks, which is pretty close to the capital, like the very center where the keep is. It appears that Junimo has set up station in this like fortified building in the center of town, which isn't that big of a building, and the guards know the layout of it pretty well because they spend a lot of time there. They'll take shifts patrolling the place. But apparently now there are a pair of ogre guards out front, and just like a bunch of zombies around it as well. The whole center of town is just like empty. That main central courtyard is now just the realm of the undead. The guards will tell you that they might be able to gather some other people and at least skirmish with the main minions to distract them, maybe being able to pull aggro on some of them to give you enough room to fight the main guards at the gate and then get on in on your own. But that's probably the best they can do is get some people to distract the low-level minions.
Okay. Well, Iswell, do you have any of that magic? We're both quite wounded here, and it looks like there is more battles to come.
Izul looks down, now mounted again from horseback. Would you really beg the mother for mercy after the things you've done?
You were just as
Come,
much a part of it as I
Abaddon,
was.
and if you fall, I will carry you away on bloody wings.
All right.
No healing for you.
Hearing those words, I will shift back into human form
Okay.
and take a step back.
Well, why don't we return to this battle on the other side of our break? See you guys then.